okay lah. It was nice to give my parents ang pao in real life last.
Dah besar dah bagi ampau sekarang. Aduh, sial lah.
Last year I banked in some money to them lah, but that's not, I bank in money to them all the time anyway, so it's not really like a thing.
Kira lah,
This year I went and I stole my mom's ang pao packet and put cash inside.
That's a very adult thing though too.
I'm my dad doesn't cry. He does this thing with his face where it's like he's about to cry, but he never cries. He just like, he does that for like 2 seconds.
The
and then
manly sniffles.
Yeah, he does that for 2 seconds. And he doesn't cry. So he came, Deepali, Deepali morning he came down, whatever. He said happy Deepali. Whatever. I said wait. He said what? Then I gave him money. Then he did that. And I was like, that's kind of nice.
What do you guys hear that sound? Is that your AC?
It's my AC. I'm gonna turn it off.
I mean, yeah, ada a reoccurring sound. Kita punya metronome.
The fucking remote doesn't always do.
Okay, I might need you to cut this part. What soju? I thought soju tu apa? It's a Japanese punya.
No, Korean.
Oh.
Don't be racist, man. What the fuck?
How is that racist? How is that racist, my guy?
I don't know.
How is that racist?
You were confusing Koreans and Japanese, bro. What the fuck's that?
Okay.
It's too.
From someone who doesn't know what soju is, it sounds like Japanese, man.
No, Japanese one is sake.
Soju.
Japanese one is sake.
Oh, sake.
I actually don't know what soju is. Is it rice wine?
No.
Sake is the one who fucked me up in the hotel the other day.
But sake, they said masa, man.
No.
No. It's quite similar to soju.
Yeah, it's clear je.
Yeah, it's just a clear drink.
Dah lah. Now they don't even sell dekat dalam ni kan. Like orang tak boleh beli kan.
No, that's the thing. I wanted to ask you guys though, like, I saw this. They made a rule that you can't sell liquor at like grocery stores or whatever the fuck it is. And it's you can't sell liquor in like the Chinese, the Chinese medicine shop, whatever, they will sell liquor and shit like that. You can't sell it. And then if like My News or 7-Eleven or whatever, they said what I read was you can only sell until 9 p.m. But I've been downstairs many times and they're still selling beer and stuff. I'm confused. I don't know what the point of the rule is.
Yeah, it's getting more harder to be non-Muslim if you ask me nowadays.
Yeah, I was having this conversation.
I'm gonna say it. It's getting more harder. Like when it comes to like tolerancy to the Quran, especially when the timah thing and.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Did you guys see that shit? Did you see that
cringe, bro?
Timah whiskey shit.
Yeah.
And it's like world renowned. Actually, one of the best whiskey and timah tu kan.
I'm not sure about that. I think it's new, so I don't know if it's best, but
I just knew it as a meme.
What the fuck, bro? Like the bottle has a picture of like a white dude or like a dude with like a beard and shit like from back in the days or whatever the fuck it is.
Just
whole
the
point
name,
is
man.
Timah is zinc. What is it? Besi? Is zinc? Whatever. Yeah.
I had this was it zinc?
I don't know.
Oh, nickel.
Some shit like that. Whoa, watch the words.
Nickel. Fucking hard L at the back. Nickel.
Nah, I was like, the lady said, what? When you drink this, it's like you're drinking Malay women.
If only she knew how much Malay women have been drunk.
Yeah.
And then Hari this girl was like, alright, so when we eat Ramly burger, we eating daging Ramly ke? Like what the fuck? Like
makan Ramly. Lepas ni kalau lagi makan nasi kandar media, makan media mampu bodoh piang.
But you're right. I was having this conversation with my family about like, it feels like becoming a bit more and more unwelcoming for non-Malays. and kind of like whatever we say back or do, people are kind of like, oh, you see, these fuckers talk like this, or this, you see, these fuckers want this, like we are asking for more than what we should be asking for, which is like,
The
No,
bare
anything
minimum.
is being twisted into that thing, lah.
yeah,
They're playing
Anything you say,
that card
yeah.
cow. Oh, Sashi's right.
Anything you say is gonna be twisted into that. That's the problem.
it's like, oh, these people now they're asking for too much. What do you mean asking for too much? Like, we are from here. You know what I mean?
Faham?
We're not from somewhere else.
Kecoh lah diorang. They're talking bahasa usul Melayu, but then at the end of the day Melayu datang dari Indonesia kan, Sulawesi that side.
That's what. If you read like,
Sorry, Amirul, you're asking for too much.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry korang.
that's what every time you see like one of these posts or whatever about some racist shit or whatever, motherfuckers always say, y'all are all from Jawa actually. Like, y'all not from here. Stop calling this your place. You so not from here.
And then acah-acah macam diorang ni, damn, lupa diri. Nah, at this
It's
point
so-
kan, it's all political ploy though, if you ask me. Dah obvious sangat. And I can't believe people are still, can't see beyond this. It's like they bring up small stuff just to, it's like to widen the gap out.
Divide and conquer.
Because, yeah, divide and conquer, yeah. It's like, pantek mak kau babi. Sorry. Sorry. I thought nak tumpah tadi. So, like, when you're like, berpecahan, it's much easier to control lah.
Yeah, and I think that's what like Trump did, right?
That's what he did.
He just appealed to like
That side.
the middle America poor white guy who's a farmer or whatever, and he's a racist or is homophobic or is whatever. He just appeals to that demographic, and that's how he won that election. You know what I mean? Even here, so I think when you pander to Malays, obviously Malays are the majority. So like, if you do that, then it's better for you lah, but it's not good for the fucking country lah. Like,
Rabak bodoh negara, serious babi. Like, okay, but then macam also at the same time man, when they do this kind of stupid stunt, I perasan the younger generation, especially the Gen Z generation kita, millennial ke bawah semua kan, are like, together against the stupidity.
yeah, but I think like I said the other day,
What did you say the other day?
With whatever episode it was, you have to understand those people are concentrated in where we are. It's not. It's actually not a lot of people that feel like how we feel. There's like young people who live in the north and all these kind of other places who are racist. All races, not just Malays. Indian people, Chinese people also the same. Like,
Sama-sama
you
je.
you can tell why sometimes you meet some Chinese people who are like from kampong, whatever the fuck. They're just inherently like racist. You know what I mean? They don't have the education. They don't have the
I grew up in Sarawak, dude. That shit was rough.
yeah, which is weird though because people always say Sarawak and Sabah got no racism.
No, because it's not that they don't have racism. They don't know that whatever the fuck they're saying is racist.
Okay, that's different.
So I grew up there like firsthand, and I don't look. Oh my god, I hate this line. I don't look.
You don't look Malay. Okay, continue.
You know that meme, man. I know I don't look conventionally Malay. But oh my god, that girl looks super Malay, bro. Like if I say I don't look conventionally Malay, yeah, I don't look Malay.
Yeah, you don't.
That makes sense. So okay, when I was there,
That girl
looked Malay as fuck, dude.
Malay as fuck. Okay, continue.
So, dude, the whole time I was there, motherfuckers called me Karam Singh Walia, dude. And every time I come sekolahan, they're gonna do the Karam Singh Walia thing to me. I'm like, you know what? It's okay lah, Angela. These motherfuckers don't know.
No, that's actually funny.
And then I had a friend, her name was Michelle. She was an actual Indian lady. Now she's a lady lah, dah tua kan. She was an Indian girl lah back then. And I feel bad for her because the things that people say semua ni kan, quite fucked up, dude. So, but they don't
say
know.
To her?
Yeah, but they don't know it's a bad thing to say.
I think.
You get me?
How
They don't know.
No, how do we make this distinction? Because I have friends who make like jokes about Chinese friends who make jokes about Indian people, but they're not like racist. They just like to make jokes, like
I think
about Indian
setting
people
kot.
or whatever.
For me, it's
Setting?
setting lah. So setting. So kalau if you're in a private punya macam tempat, like you're in a house, you're in like your room, you hang out with your friend ke apa dekat like a very ni macam like your own small area, if you want to make like, you know, jokes, I think it's okay. But if you're in public, you're in school, then macam tak kena if you ask me lah. I think it's settings lah. And also how close you are to that person though. That also plays a peranan. If like imagine if I don't know you, I lepak with you 2-3 kali, and I come like start spraying and bergaduh kat situ on the spot. Saya rasa gaduh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like my friends get a pass. You know what I mean? Like, you can make an Indian joke. I don't give a fuck. But
You guys
if it's
can
a
make
stranger,
we
then I'll
do
be like,
everything.
I'll be like, hey, what the fuck? Like,
You're gonna be like, kau siapa baby? You don't know me like that. That's like
yeah, you can't. You can't.
I
do
don't.
that,
It's like my favorite. It's like I don't know you like that, bro. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, yeah. I guess in a way is that, but that's the thing, lah. How do we? Because I always see this whenever some racist shit happens in Semenanjung, in the comments there will be Sabah and Sarawak people being like, "Oh, we don't understand this because in Sabah and Sarawak we don't have this."
Because they don't
Issue.
know.
So I'm always like, okay, because Sabah Sarawak has so many like, you know, races
Suku kaum,
and different what do you call it, like
Tribe.
ethnicities. You know, like, so I figured, okay, I guess it's because of
Right.
that.
Betul wah. They're like suku kaum bukan tribe in English.
Yes, tribe.
Yeah.
But when I say in English tribe, jadi macam perkimak kan. Guys, suku kaum and tribe is the same fucking meaning, okay? Don't start PCing my ass. The fuck out of my face.
Prehistoric.
Yeah, you suddenly think of like a caveman when you think of tribe. I
Tapi
don't know why.
okay wah, dekat Semenanjung pun ada apa suku kaum.
I mean, yeah, there's tribes everywhere. Tribes are a good thing. It's not like, you know what I mean. But it's weird, lah. I did have this conversation with my family when I went back. We were just talking about the country and how it feels now and shit like that. And it's a bit uncomfortable, lah, to be normally right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit uncomfortable. It feels like they're doing certain things, certain laws and stuff like that. Is
to push out.
It's purposely, macam like, okay, fuck you guys, like we're gonna make this thing like the drink you can't sell after 9 p.m. law. I get it if you actually I don't get it. What's the point?
The timing though, the problem with that law.
What? Like what? No. Okay, look,
For me
I
it's
feel
the
like
timing.
They simply want to be strict for the sake of, oh look, we're strict. Tapi tak pun, what's the point of macam cutting off at 9 p.m. though?
Isn't that law like betul-betul like couple of days before Deepavali?
yeah.
So,
1st November. They started on 1st November.
Macam babi ke ah? Sumpah
And
timing
no.
babi.
And for me, it's just like, okay, you cut off at 9 p.m. Then I'll just go at 8:30 and buy 20 beers so I don't have to come back, lah. You know, for all my friends. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of this law? Like, you
I
just
think they
giving it
don't
the cutoff time.
Tak boleh top up.
Yeah, but then now that we know we cannot top up, we will whack.
Buy more. Like, in fact, it's like encouraging, you know.
You will
Jangan gantung ah.
probably buy extra too much because I just want to be sure that I have enough.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean?
You know the concept of, hey, I'll buy a bit first. If I feel like I want to top up, I'll go
Later
and top
I'll
up.
go. Yeah.
That concept don't exist anymore. Let's
Yeah.
just buy
Isn't that
now.
more dangerous if you ask me? So macam, okay, you started drinking, then you like, fuck, gantung tak cukup. So you have to go out. And you're like,
So
you know,
it's true.
slightly inebriated. So at least when you buy banyak, you bring at home.
No, but
You come at home.
It has flaws, man. Seriously.
No, I mean, you're talking about grocery store. Nobody's going to the grocery store just to buy alcohol. Rarely, 7-Eleven at my news maybe. But and if you do go to 7-Eleven at my news, it's usually like near your house.
Betul?
You know what I mean? And
Betul.
it's not like you going to the bar. It's not like you went to the bar, you left, and then you like, fuck, not enough, and then you went back to the bar. You're just going there to just, oh, I'm already at my news, I just buy a couple beers. Like,
Wait, so this rule is applying to bars also?
no. No. So they said for bars and stuff like that, you need to have you need to now display your license outside the door to show that you can sell liquor until I think it's 2 or 3 a.m. or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
That one also they changed. So I think now it's 2:30 or 3 a.m. cutoff.
Mm.
So your bar can open. I mean, now you can't open lah, but eventually when it opens back, your bar, your club can open until 4 a.m. But 2 a.m. is like no more alcohol. Singapore does this also.
But I think okay ko. If you ask me that one, okay ko. 2 pagi tu, nothing good happen after 2. Balik tidur tu.
2, 3, I guess is
That's fine because I
Ah.
think they do this in Singapore also. So I think it's 3 a.m. where they cut
No more
off.
drinking after that lah.
Yeah, they will literally, if your whiskey bottle got half left, they will take and go. Like
Shit.
yeah, that's the end.
Then
Like,
balik terus lah. Balik
Yeah.
and bring the bottle.
it's not balik lah. They want you to kind of
Yeah.
sober up before you leave. So I understand that. Okay, cool. You're at the club. It's 3.
In the
Club
motor
closing
lah.
at 4. So you got 1 hour to kind of like chill and then drink juice and then like, go back
Drink
after that. I
juice.
understand that.
Parking the motor. Minum esok.
Yeah. You can parking. Yeah, you can park your drink. And you can
Parking maksudnya they give you that token thing where you can bring datang balik kan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tak tahu lah semua
Which
ni.
I understand that lah, but fuck you. But yeah, this was just weird lah. It feels weird. Also, I got into an argument with my uncle when
Oh, let's go argument with uncles. I like this shit. Let's go.
Is it after Tani argument or what?
no, my family doesn't drink, bro. So
Okay.
Okay.
there's
I
no
thought it's
alcohol
like
in my house.
I thought it's an alcohol-fueled argument.
No, there's no alcohol in my house.
That's
That's gonna be
ugly.
fun.
We were drinking tea. Literally, we were
Amazing.
drinking tea and like eating muruku and shit and just talking. And then my dad said, because my hair is kind of long now, right? So she's probably looking at me like, "Fuck you, it's not even long." But
Panjang
nobody-
bodoh rambut dia kasi.
Yeah,
Panjang gila rambut dia.
even the other day when I met him also, I was like, your hair is long.
yeah. So no guy in my family has kept long hair. Me and my brother would say we want to do it when we were younger, and my parents were like, "Okay,
I can share the sentiment, seriously.
yeah."
Like, I'll be the only one with the long hair. Everybody macam typical gila and short
Yeah.
hair.
So when I arrived at the airport, my dad came to pick me up. He hugged me and then he looked at me and he was like, "Did you straighten your hair? What?" Like I was like, "No, this is my hair." Like, and then he was like, "Okay." And he was like touching my hair. She was like, "Okay." And he was at first he was telling me like, "Oh, this is like me in the 70s. I also kept long hair like that." and stuff like that. So it was cool lah. My parents were okay. And then my uncle and auntie came over from Seremban, which I love them. They took care of me when I was studying in Cyberjaya, so I love them. But my aunt was like, "Your workplace okay, no? You keep long hair like that." And then my uncle goes, "Oh, nowadays these young people all they do whatever you want. If you tell young people that you cannot keep long hair, they probably will quit the job. They
Yes.
all like that now, very sensitive now." And I was like, "What do you mean sensitive, right? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's
You're
just
being
long hair."
sensitive now. You're being sensitive now. You're being sensitive now.
Yes, I was being sensitive. I was like, dude, my boss got like tattoos and shit. Like, there's not like, you know what I mean? This is not super corporate. I don't work.
Depend on what kerja tu.
Yeah, I don't work in like super corporate or whatever the fuck. So
Majlis agama lain lah cerita.
and then my dad and my uncle started talking about like workplace. And then my dad was like, the difference is last time we were just happy to have a job. We would do anything for the job. And then now they are no longer like that. And my uncle was like, "Yeah, we interview people nowadays, and they start talking about work culture lah. I don't know what all. I don't understand. For me, it's like come to work, you do your job, and then you go back lah. Like, and I was like, no, like I was trying to explain to them. I was very nicely trying to explain, like, look, this is progress, right? Korang dulu went to work because, especially like Indian people, right? You got a job, you stick to the job. My dad worked in the same company for like 25 years and shit. Like, you do that. Because y'all did that, now we have the privilege and the opportunity to choose. Right?
Betul.
I can choose, I can do all this stuff. And then my uncle was like, "Yeah, but y'all don't really know any real struggle lah. Your most struggle is what? You sad or something like that, they will tell lah." And I was like,
I mean, isn't that good? Like, you made the life easy for us, which is
Actually,
your
it's good
whole
lah,
fucking
yeah.
goal. Like, your goal
Yeah.
is to make our life better, and our life is better. There's like new problems, so with
Correct.
Dr. Lat.
Yes,
So and then they can't accept the thing. Like I think they're just jealous that we are chill as fuck, man.
The uncle's jealous that we are only depressed, but not like.
Oh no, I think he's jealous because he can't grow long hair.
His hair is
he
super.
probably
He has like
had-
a buzz. He has like a buzz cut. You know, he works in like at a security firm, so like he has like a buzz cut. You know what I mean?
Because a fucking nerd.
I was just like,
Babi.
I was really trying to explain it to them, and I was trying to tell them like, look, you cannot like. There's different struggles. Like y'all struggle, or like my grandmother was there. My grandmother came from India on a ship, so I was like, you know, Amama came on a ship for like 2 weeks. They were on a ship to come to Malaysia and work and all this stuff. Left their family and all this stuff. Y'all didn't do that. What? My parents didn't do that. Y'all were born here, so you cannot. I was like, my grandma can say she lucky was what fucking came from where and then do all this shit. So it's progress, lah. And they were like, yeah, but y'all won't understand, lah. You know, like how real struggle is. And I told them, I said, like, well, we face different things, and also for some reason, I don't know why parents and everybody thinks that we would just tell them everything that's going on in our life.
Why?
You know what I mean?
If
Like
we actually share our problem, and they can't understand, though.
they won't. I was like, I said it to them. I said, guys, I've been in life and death situations where I never told you guys about, because I can't, right? You know what I mean? I can't tell them about the time I was at a club and the boys wanted to get into a fight and it was a whole thing. I can't tell them about that. So like, I was like, dude, like you don't know what situation we are in. So yeah, it was a whole thing. It was
It's weird though. Like, uncle, why do you want me to struggle though?
yeah. What
Yeah,
is that?
why?
I'm
Why do you
happy
want us
that
to
I am
struggle,
happy.
dude?
Why do you want me to struggle, man?
Yeah, what is, because he was saying like, no, we happy lah, you all okay and all this kind of stuff, but you
Then
know,
why you
y'all will never,
bitching?
yeah, what is the y'all will never know struggle? Isn't that good?
I think you know what they want verbal gratification now. They want us to like, you know what, thank you though, korang punya generation, we are like this. Because our generation is like, fuck your generation. It's also like our fault juga lah, our
The
generation
thing
fault.
is,
Right?
while I was talking to him, I said that. I said, because you all fought so hard and worked so hard, now we have it easy. My uncle's daughter is like 21 years old. So like, I was like, your daughter, me, we all like, we live good because y'all fought so hard. I said that, but that part didn't muscle, and all they heard was we have it better.
And then they got jealous.
Yeah.
No, like, I mean, we have our own set of problems, though. And then, like, in the future, like, whatever korang punya kids ke anything, and macam, they won't get the same struggle as you guys. But you
Yeah.
can't be telling them, by last time, I struggled this way. They're gonna have their own set of problems, though.
And I hope they don't go through what I had went through, lah.
Yeah,
Right?
because if that's the case, that means we have already solved our set of problems.
Correct.
And it's
And
their
then it's
turn to
time
solve
for
their
them
set
to
of problems.
yeah.
And then their
Nice.
future and all that.
Nice.
Because for me, it's like if my kids face the same problem as me, then I failed.
Correct.
Right? If my kids also have the same problem, that means I failed. If they don't, that means okay, good. I did a good job. Whatever y'all face in the future, I don't know what they're gonna face in the future, but
Triggered by a hair, bro. Just the hair, you know.
yeah, bro. Like
Triggered by the
And then-
whole struggle issues, man.
my family does this thing where it's like we argue, but it's like a
Unresolved.
no, it's like a we're all smiling. It's not like a real argument. You know, I'm like, no, you gotta. I'm like, haha. When my uncle says something, I'm just like, haha, whatever. I drink my tea. Like, like it's a weird dynamic of my family. We don't actually like straight up argue. It's just like a weird thing, and then it just ends. It just ended at one point. I think my dad said something that I didn't like, and then I was like, okay, fuck this. I don't really want to like talk to you guys. So I got up, like, and then they just switched topic. Like that's how it ends. Like okay, I was like, okay, cool. And
Let's wait for Kavi to continue this topic. Meanwhile, let's talk about something else.
they started talking about something completely, and Sashi, that's one of those moments where I was like, fuck, I need a cigarette right now. Like, you know?
Oh.
And then panas, eh.
Yeah, that was like fucking angry. Yeah, but I want what I was trying to say was I think the older generation feels like we didn't earn our shit, which is not true, because I told them, look, y'all, my uncle went to uni, but like my parents didn't go to uni and stuff like that. So I was like, I had my own set of stuff. I had to go to uni. I had to go through a bunch of shit, like blah blah blah. Like that's a whole different thing that we had to do. And yes, we did earn our right to demand for a certain type of pay or whatever the fuck it is. We did. We did the work. My parents spent money. Like you know what I mean. Like we deserve to do this. And he said nowadays you cannot scold anybody, you cannot, because he's like a manager level, right? So they cannot scold anybody, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. I was like, why would you need to scold it?
Yeah, why do you
doing
want
that?
to scold people in the first place, dude?
Then why do you want to scold?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, why? Like you can, if somebody does something wrong, you can tell them, hey, you did this thing wrong, can you just fix it? Like you don't have to yell at anybody. And he was like, yeah, but last time not that. I was like, yeah, well, that's the point. It was like, one of those conversations where it's like a loop. And
Yeah.
you're like, you make your point and the other person is like, no, blah blah blah, and then you're like, that's what I'm saying, it's good, and they're like, no, blah blah, and you're like,
You can't win though like, on tour because
nah, you can't. That's why I gave up.
Because the best way to talk to old people is smile and nod.
Smile, not just say I have a few go-to, like very hot today.
Always tengah hujan luar panas tu.
Yeah, panas.
Panas
A few days,
and then when you I like to do that to old people. I know it's raining outside. I know it's like hot as fuck. I'll be like, it's raining outside. I'll be like, panas ah. And then they're gonna reply what? Oh, biasa tu ni hujan panas ni. Confirm they got answer. Confirm they got answer. They never don't have answer.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, tengah hujan bro, gua pancing lu buta-buta
I
lu.
think like
Bodoh depan gua ni.
Macam for them it's like I'm an adult.
I know
must
shit.
have answers. I must have answers.
Yeah. and then we go back and forth because my uncle and auntie is from Seremban. My parents are in JB, I'm in KL. Then we go back and forth. KL got rain. I'm like, yeah, it's been raining for a few days. And then they were like, oh, Seremban also raining for a few days. Then my mom is like, oh, JB, if some days rain, 3 o'clock. I'm like, this is an amazing conversation, guys. Like,
I learned so many things.
I think for me that was because I haven't been around family in so long.
Yes.
That when I went back, I had to like relearn, like, oh, like I gotta talk about the weather. I gotta talk about, I don't know, like the neighbor or like whatever the fuck it is. Like these conversations are here. And then like not cursing was a little bit hard also for me. Because I'm so used to talking and cursing that like when I telling my dad a story or some shit, I was telling my dad about my lift, whatever. And I keep wanting to say,
That
I went to live, and I was like,
fucking
what the? And I was like, what the? I was trying, I was had to talk like that. It was a bit of a weird adjustment.
But betul though, even for me when after COVID punya tu, where I start to go out apa semua, after I got my second shot, and that's like a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
Even for me, I was like,
social learning curve.
that's like a little bit like you get to kena balik in sync. And when I talk to, I remember when I was talking, I was like, I don't know why, but I can't look at people punya eye contact, which is like normally I can do. So I was like, wait, why the fuck am I avoiding? So I was like, and then I look macam biasa, and then my friend cakap, why are you looking at my eyes like that? And then I was like, I'm practicing because it's been a while since I talked to someone else, and then she's like,
keep eye contact.
And then she's like, actually, yeah, true. I don't know why I got defensive when you look at my eyes. It's like a normal thing. And then
It should be normal. Why did she say
it's a normal thing? Even she's like, why are you looking at my eyes? And I'm like, bro,
I should be looking at your eyes. You talking to me.
Kan, eye contact kan. So it's a normal thing where macam benda basic kan dah gone tu. Human interaction lah.
For me, I think because when I remember the JB, I actually went out a lot more than I have been out in KL. I went out like almost every night. And like I was sitting with my friend Zach in the car, and he was talking to me. And he was like talking to me, and I noticed that I was like just zoning off, like I wasn't listening to him. Like
bro, you're not in home, bro. You're outside.
I would like drift off and then be like, oh shit, he's talking to me. Did he ask me something? Fuck. Like I would get back into the conversation. It was so weird because like usually like even in this call I can kind of not. If I don't want to listen, I can just not listen for a while and then join back in.
Masuk balik.
Nobody gonna notice, you know what I mean? But in that scenario,
orang perasan, no?
Yeah, it's obvious the motherfucker not listening to me. Like, it was.
And then one more thing that little bit like macam also a learning curve for me, and it's physical touch.
Oh,
After
okay.
COVID, I was like, okay, I remember I was talking out and my friend macam like pegang-pegang. I was like, pahal saya pegang-pegang, and then I was like, wait, before this is such a normal thing where orang like tepuk whatever. Now I feel like, wait, stop touching me, wait. Fucking COVID, bro. I can't even like enjoy human touch nowadays. Fuck you, flu. Like,
Did
I
you just
know
call
it.
it the flu? Did you just say fuck you flu?
Yeah, it's a flu, what? America, fuck yeah. So macam when I went to staycation recently last weekend kan.
Yeah.
So I was like changing Julie, and then my friend macam like lepak with me. She was like sebelah, and then we were talking. Lepas tu macam I don't know macam we were talking tepuk-tepuk. I was like, pahal seminar ni tepuk-tepuk kot. And then I remember macam, wait, this is how life is before COVID, dude. Like,
Do you
this is
think-
how what normal people does.
Do you think kids born in this time will like take this until they like
Oh, definitely yes.
not
Definitely
born lah,
yes.
not born lah, but maybe they are like
Grown up in this generation. The
Maybe
the
they're like
COVID babies
5 or 6 years old around this time where you're just learning how to be social and stuff like that, and they couldn't do that. Do you think it's gonna be like
Oh
a
my
whole
god!
generation of-
Now when you say that, and I think it's gonna be a huge impact.
right?
Cause they were like ever since they keluar their house, it's all about social distancing, wearing masks, make sure
Correct.
you clean your hands and shit. Like 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I feel
But
bad for
maybe
them.
but maybe they could be like suppressed, and maybe one day they'll be unhinged and
They just go crazy,
Start touching everyone. Like yeah.
just licking
touch
the
you.
train
bowl.
seat.
everything is permitted right after that. Shit.
Tak
I
tahu
don't
tu.
know.
Saya tak tahu tu.
I don't know if they will. Do you guys? I know maybe I've asked this before, but we're kind of close to that a little bit now. So like, do you guys think it would really go back to fully normal?
Today I forgot my mask, so I think that's a good indication that it's gonna be normal.
Okay. Okay.
forgot
Forgot my
my-
mask
forgot my-
also
yeah.
a couple of days back.
I forgot my fucking mask before I went tadi. Pada keluar kereta, I was like, fuck, I left my mask.
Yeah, but
So I think that's an indicator. It should be normal lah. And then in terms of
But
social
you
distancing pun
you
dah tak
still
ada lah sekarang.
you still macam
Balik mandi terus. Like, you balik
but you
sanitize, that kind of
still
shit
aware
still do.
like oh you forgot your mask. So
that's the thing. Yeah, you still remember that. Oh shit, I should have a mask on. Like,
there's still a reaction there lah, but
because I was thinking today, like, when will they tell us, okay, you don't have to wear your mask anymore?
I don't think we will never stop wearing
that's
masks.
not gonna happen.
I don't think that's not gonna happen.
I
I think
think-
they'll take at least like 2-3 years left lah. Macam you macam until you see the next person right wearing a mask, right, you will be constantly reminded about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they will, even if they do say like, hey, you don't have to wear a mask, they will. I think they will always say you don't have to wear a mask, but we suggest that you do. And I think a lot of people will still do it.
You know what's more irritating to me? Like today I went to Curve and then
You went to
Okay.
office, is it?
no, I just went to buy some stuff there.
Okay.
Okay. And then okay, I went there. You masuk after the parking, you nak masuk Curve. You scan one time. Alright,
Correct.
cantik. I want to go to some sport shop. You scan one more
Scan
time.
one more time.
Okay, cool. You keluar. Okay, I want to go to a grocery. You scan one more time. You go,
Yeah.
come back out. I want to go McDonald's. You scan one more
Okay.
time. It's the McDonald's outside, you know. So you scan, you
Yeah, yeah,
keluar. Then you come back in, you scan balik,
again.
you masuk dalam. I'm like, dude, how many
Yeah.
fucking times do I need to scan though?
Yeah,
Say
the other
the
day-
fucking shit, though.
The scan
other
too
day-
doesn't bother me. What
Annoying
bothers me
though
is
for me.
the checkout, dude.
The new checkout thing.
No, but that's not mandatory, was so you can.
I've never
but the
checked
thing
out
lah,
of
but-
anywhere.
No lah,
I
if you-
only check.
if you check in a new place, it's automatically checked out lah. So
Yeah,
okay
yeah, yeah.
Unless
No,
like you keep it overnight, then fucked up lah.
I only like I fucking go
I
to
lupa though, serious.
go to my news or whatever. I'm not. But when I go back to the my news and I realize, oh shit, I didn't check out. Now I'll check out. Like that's
Yeah, correct.
No, it bothers me also because I was a couple weeks ago. I went out to have a drink with my colleagues. Yeah, we went to Bangsa, the Nexus Mall lah.
Mm.
So to smoke, you have to come out of the mall. It's a mall, right? You gotta come out. So every time we would come out, that police bantuan motherfucker who was sitting there, he sees us. And I purposely made it a point to wave at this motherfucker while we walking out. So he can
Bang.
maybe bang there go. Come back, go smoke, come back in, scan again. I'm like, "Dey, Bunda, you saw me. I'm from here. I already scanned."
And you like check to work. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm
like what?
fine, dude.
I went there and came back. Now what? Like
No, you
yeah,
should have
it-
stand
it-
one kaki inside before you keluar when you smoke. So it's like
just
one
like
leg
one
outside.
leg there and just
Macam tu,
like just leave
So I
my
was like,
phone.
bang,
inside.
saya tak keluar bang, kaki saya dalam.
Kaki dalam.
Kaki dalam bang. Bagi brother
Make sure your phone is inside.
The phone. Make sure the phone is inside. Yeah.
Phone
Yeah,
dalam.
come on, man.
Macam keluar. Apa masalah eh?
Yeah, it does annoy me. But I was thinking about that like when we were really I mean bunch of lines about this. Like, yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean that's the thing like over there they are like really all the way open. Especially in Texas. That was in Texas, so like
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
you know what I mean? Rodeo baby. Like,
Yeah, those gangs are the yeehaw gang.
yeah. So
They're sasau as fuck.
it's good. I mean, I went out to a couple bars when I was in JB, and it is kind of open already. It's not much shit going on. They actually let us stay at the bar past 12. Like, I mean, it's illegal, lah, but like we were at a bar and then like we had a few more drinks left, and then we were like, "Do we want to chow? Or what? It's gonna be 12, right? We're gonna chow." We're like, "No, I just finished the drinks. Let me chow." And we asked the guy, like, "Can we have our drinks?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah." He brought out all the beers, and then they just closed the place, like how it used to be, lah. They would just close the bar, and then
But usually lepak.
you can sit outside, lah. You can still sit outside and you can do that shit. It was fine. I also noticed something. I noticed that like in JB, I have zero like police fear.
Wow.
Member
I
balik
am no-
kawasan.
I have no because there's no cops around in JB.
Mana ada polis mana?
It's very rare that you have like just cops like come to your apartment or whatever the fuck it is like here. There is like I think I saw one cop bike the whole time I was there for like 7 8 days. I was there. I have no fear. I'm like my boys like after we finished drinking at the bar, they were like KK Mart in JB open 24 hours. So it was open. So they were like
one in Kajang also 24 hours.
yeah, it was so weird. Like, because my friends were like, okay, we want to drink someone else. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, either we go to somebody's house or whatever. Like, they were like, no, there's a KK Mart nearby here. It's open. We're like, I was like, huh? And it's like table and chair outside. We all sat outside there and drank and stuff. And I didn't feel any fear of like, okay, cops gonna pull up. It's gonna be a thing, whatever. I have no feeling of that at all, which is interesting.
But your whole familiarity ke?
Maybe it's that lah. Maybe it's just that I'm from there.
Where
so
did you go? Masa pergi balik JB, any places yang we've been to and you revisit? How's Salsabila?
I didn't go to Sasabila.
Okay.
No, I wanted to go. The first night itself, my boy Zach texted me. He was like, let's meet, let's lepak. I said, okay, cool. Where you want to go? Then he was like, I don't know. Then I was like, let's go Salsabila. Shisha. Then he said, bro, you want a shisha during COVID? I was like, oh yeah. He's like, dude, that's like the best way to spread it. Like,
Good point.
I was like, that's a good point. That's a good because everybody uses the pipe and you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they clean it, but yeah, not really. You know what I mean? So
The guy also like.
yeah, he tried first before he started off first before you know what I mean? It's too much possibility there. So I was like, fuck. He was like, we can just go there and sit. I was like, I'm not gonna go to Salsabila and just sit. Like,
I'm not
that's
gonna
crazy.
order food lepak. That fuck.
That's
it's a
fucking
shisha,
crazy.
dude.
Right? So we didn't go there. No, I actually went to a few new places. Like I said, I didn't know like what was open still. There's a couple places, couple bars that we used to go to that I asked my friends, they were like, oh, that place like gone already. It doesn't exist anymore.
Midnight.
Midnight is still there. I didn't go there, but it's still there.
Midnight.
The thing you all have to understand is a lot of the places we used to hang out at, it's really far from my house, but it was close to you guys' house. It's super far actually
It
from my
was in the
house.
middle. Like, it's in the middle.
No. Middle is town. We never hang out in town.
We hang out, yeah, we hang
We,
out that
we,
side.
we fucking rarely go to town to lepak, bro.
Where I
Where to
can
lepak
count
though kat town?
Salsabila. But
Oh,
how many
yeah,
times?
Salsabila.
How many times y'all been there? Like,
I
Yeah,
selalu
like-
pergi ya.
but not more
I
than
very kurang though.
not more than 10 times. Definitely
Facts.
not more than 10 times. Like,
Yeah.
I would always Sutra is near you guys. All this midnight there, but all this is near you guys.
Every time we
So,
go shisha,
I
we go
don't-
salsa, what?
Yeah, but how often you okay?
Selalu ke
Yeah.
shisha?
Yeah,
Fuck
but
man.
that's why I would never. I like by myself with my friends. All my friends live kind of nearby my place, so we would never go to like Pelangi, what is it, Bukit Indah and shit like that. We won't go. Like it's fucking the other end of the world for us.
Bukit Indah, aduh.
The McDonald though.
The
McDonald's
shop.
The McDonald's, the chicken rice shop, the pan mi.
Oh, the banh mi.
Chicken rice shop.
I
Chicken rice
think
shop with Indie lah, I go.
yeah. They always Indian
The-
Kavi always go
The duck rice.
the chicken rice shop.
Oh yeah, I know dekat belakang yang
Yeah.
sebelah that bakery kan.
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, that
The
bakery.
the bakery got a fucking dope ass bun, bro.
I don't know what's the name of that roti tapi sedap gila.
It's the cream cheese one.
Ah, with the cream cheese too. What the fuck tu sedap.
Got
Remember,
raisin.
Kita orang pergi sana kan, we tapau like 5-6 seorang like 5-6 bawa balik makan ramai tu.
Bye.
I go pijab, y'all talk.
Go. Fucking hell.
Right.
Okay, I'll talk seorang. Now, I wanted to ask, you guys saw the Portugal punya new law? Which I think is a fire fucking law and we need that here.
No, what is it?
The law that now by law your boss cannot contact you after working hour.
Oh, a few countries do this. I think France and Sweden pun ada. So like if you finish work at 6, then by law they cannot email you, cannot
email you buat kerja. Power tu.
cannot email, cannot WhatsApp, cannot nothing. Like, yeah, we
Man,
definitely.
kalau kat Malaysia tu kan, oh my god dude, fire tu.
But I think it's I don't know lah. I feel like it's a Malaysian work culture of like the more the more late nights you work, the more you're looked at as like a good employee.
Yeah.
Good anjing bro.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy is really hard working because he spends every waking minute of his life working. You know what I mean? And when you don't do that, you kind of feel like, okay, I don't do that. So like, does that make me bad? I do all my work, but
Orang
like, I
lain
just-
you feel like macam orang lain macam balik tidur, okay now I gotta work extra hard. Kecoh lah Malaysian. Tak payah for you lah baby.
yeah, I think a lot of companies, especially in advertising, also they
Oh my god, advertising probably has one of the worst fucking working cultures, sial.
yeah they kind of look at people who don't work on weekends, or because again, like I said a couple weeks ago, like I'm the guy who's like, if I got something to do, I'll tell them like, guys, I cannot do it. Like you gotta find somebody else to do it because I can't. I got something to do.
I got shit to do, bro. I got life.
And when I went back to JB, like I didn't work at all. Like I didn't give a fuck at all.
Did
Like,
they
zero.
contact you while you okay? While you were in GB?
I mean, I got I'm on Slack, so like I'll see that I get notification, I get tagged in something or whatever, and then somebody will be like, "Oh, Kavi's on leave," whatever the fuck it is. I see, I just don't reply because I'm like, dude, no.
No,
No.
tengok aja like
Yeah, but the thing is, there's other people who like will
Dependent.
take a day off and they still will be there, and then it seems like, oh, you're not doing your job when somebody else does that, and it's like, no, I took the day off. Like, you know what I mean?
off from you guys. Like I'm
Yeah.
taking a day off from all
Oh,
of
God.
yous.
Do you guys? I don't know. Sashi, do you feel like sometimes when you either take a day off or like it's a really busy day for like other people or whatever, do you feel kind of like, I don't want to post on Instagram? I don't know if people from your company follow you on like Instagram or whatever. Mine does. I feel bad like posting stuff because I'm like, these motherfuckers are working on a Saturday and it's not my job, but I don't really want to like post anything right now because I feel like, ugh.
I'll probably tag them, bro. Like living the tutti life, and I'll tag them up there. You guys okay? I'll probably do that.
Usually, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think I should.
I post there but it depends though. Like I don't like plan this stuff, but if I'm on cuti and I want to post something, I just post.
Also, like sometimes when I'm like, I take a sick day, I take MC. I'm actually sick, but I can still use my phone. I'm
Yeah,
sick, but I feel bad. I feel like if I post something on my IG story right now, it's gonna seem like I'm not actually sick, and I'm just not going to work.
happy not working.
Happy, yo, what? I thought you sick. Why like
I'm
this?
using Insta to cope, man. The fuck?
You know what I mean? I don't know what that feeling is, and I want to get rid of that feeling because it's like, dude, I'm sick, but I can still lie in my bed and fucking use my phone, man. And I'm
Just
still listening to music. I'm
Post.
still doing.
Just post.
I
Fuck
just feel like
what they think, man. Post.
I just feel like, oh, I can't do anything. Like, yeah,
Me at the clinic with the doctor, posing with the doctor, and just post. It's
I don't know
okay.
what
You know
that-
what? You know what's gonna happen now? You're gonna look at like your story and you're like, oh man, this guy blah blah blah, and then you're gonna go back to the work and they're gonna forget.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it's to do with. Yeah, maybe like
what
maybe like a couple companies ago, I was in a situation where it was like that, where like I've actually heard somebody say like, "Hey, this person is sick, but fucking posting stuff on his IG story all," and I was like, "What? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much energy to use your phone. It's
Ya
like,
bang, dia demam je bang, tangan dia tak putus bang, tangan
He
dia
didn't
lagi
die.
bang.
you know what I mean? Like, but when I heard that, I was like, oh, so that means if I do take a sick day, I should just be gone.
They expect you to die on the bed, like cannot like.
yeah.
Like like makan pun kena suap. They expect you to be like that.
At that moment, your purpose should be recovery and be ready for work tomorrow.
Correct.
Yeah.
You
Get the
shouldn't be. Why are
fuck
you
outta
posting this
here,
rap?
bro.
Why are you posting this rap song right now? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, you know?
Oh, I'm sick now. Suddenly, I'm deaf. What the fuck is wrong with people, dude? No,
No,
tapi
I-
serious though. I encourage everyone to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop thinking. Post je, Kavi. Mampus.
I
je.
should-
You don't
I
have
should
to
not.
justify yourself to anyone, though.
That's true.
And then if,
that's
if
true.
they ask you like, hey, I thought you were sick. And then you reply that, yeah, I am sick.
Yeah.
Then what they gonna argue? They can't. Then if they say, then why you post our story? Oh no, my mom did it. Just cakap they're not gonna know anything, bro.
Because like I think the last time I took sick leave, I had food poisoning. So it's like I was just like pooping the whole day. That was not like
If they
you know what I
ask,
mean?
record the sound, the fucking thing, semua record. Nah bro, what the mom ni bro, nak tengok My
Yeah, I mean, like it's like okay, bro. Like I don't know what it is. I want to let go of that feeling because I do want to feel like that. Like, look, I do my job. Whatever needs to be done, I do it. And sometimes I get sick, or sometimes I take a day off, and I deserve to enjoy that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, that's the whole point of cuti, man. Doesn't mean that you ambil cuti just because you're the mom, right? You said you can take cuti just because like I'm tired of working, so I'm gonna take a day off and do whatever the fuck you want to do on your day off because you're already like you said.
my
I
current
wanna
company is
take
actually
cuti,
okay.
but I don't want to do work. I really take cutis, but I don't want to do. So
No,
don't do work.
My current company is actually pretty good. We had like before last week, we had a crazy like 3-4 weeks. It was fucking crazy. So they actually gave like free leave to everybody in the creative team. Y'all pick a day, y'all just take day off, just for no reason. Which I thought I was like, okay, that's good.
See your
Like,
company fire.
yeah, but
Tak apa tu. Next time post je. Mampu cakap
so
apa.
weird.
Serious.
it's so weird. Like work
the
culture,
more
like-
the more you think of what people will think kan lagi susah tu hidup.
yeah, of course. I mean, I think in every other part of my life, I don't give a fuck. But there's this one small thing only it bothers me.
And it's the big one. You get me? Like if you get past this hoop and that's it, man. You're complete.
I'm
Like
a
you
str-
don't care about anything else.
100% don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's how you do it, though. Fuck it, bro. Just do.
Yeah.
Like when I was working dengan ni last time, I was sick as shit.
Right.
I wanted to post story. What I did, I just post a story inside the fucking clinic. Nobody asked me like, kau apa dia pergi clinic? I was like, I'm sick. And then they asked me, sakit apa? And I was like, oh, ada lah sikit. And then they ask again, I just ignore. The power of ignoring though. Orang kena belajar. People nowadays need to learn that shit, dude.
Yeah, because technically you're sick. What, bro? I was sleeping. I didn't.
I don't
see a
have to.
message.
I don't have to justify myself to you. Who the fuck are you?
That's another weird thing, right? Like, people at work are people that you just met, basically.
Like,
But for some reason, they are such a big part of your life that, like, oh, I gotta tell this person this, like, so that I can go and do this. It's quite insane. Like,
no, that's a early sign of you don't have a life, Fama. Like your
Yeah,
life
yeah.
is kerja.
a lot of people are like that.
Yeah, see, if people are like out there, if you're listening, and if you're starting to feel like that, like the people who you work with, it's like their point of view really matters to you, then you need to find new friends. And I'm not saying like ditch them, like find a new thing to do.
Yeah,
So
that's what I tell my colleagues, because but no, the point was about working too much. You know what I mean? It's weird, lah. Like, when we were having that conversation, I was telling you guys about earlier, right? My aunt, who's a teacher, she said to me, she said, I thought, because I was saying like, oh, sometimes like boss will ask me to do something, and I will tell him like, no, I don't have the capacity to do it. Like, you have to pass it to somebody else. I have too much shit on my plate. And she said to me, she said, in my, I don't know how many years of teaching, I've never once said no to my boss. And she was like, it's not because they force me, or I feel like, because she's like a super high grade teacher, I know what,
yeah,
B50.
they have that grade like B44,
Yeah,
B30.
she can be a
like
pengetur.
durian.
She can be a pengetur basically, but she's not. She just doesn't want to. But she's like, I know I'm not gonna lose my job if I say no, but I just can't bring myself to say no. Like, it's ingrained in her so much that, like, no, like, whatever it is, I have to do it, kind of thing. Which is, I was like, no, like, that's not the way it should be.
Mati, wait. You know, this whole saying no thing, is an actual problem, where for me, I need to learn to say no to people. I was like that person. I was like, oh, you need help with this? Okay, come, I'll help. I was that.
Yeah,
But I
definitely
had to learn to say no to people.
100%.
It got me into into problems when I do this. So I think people macam ni, they have not yet run into a problem by them saying yes to. Faham tak? So they need, I think it's an actual problem. Ramai gila yang I kenal, they just can't say no to other people.
Yeah, and if they do say no, they will invent an excuse.
And then that's just worse.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't feel the need to, like,
Come on with an excuse.
okay, like you guys don't want to do the podcast next week. It should just
say
be,
no,
guys, I don't want to do the podcast this week. It doesn't have to be, I don't want to do a podcast because I'm working, or because I'm doing this, or because I'm doing, it doesn't have to be that. It's just, dude, I don't want to do it. It should be that way. I think a lot of us, like, even me, sometimes when I want to say no to something, I'll think of something like, I'm going to say no, but what am I going to say?
Sebab kita Malaysian.
What am I going to say?
Sopan santun.
Hey, this one, nah, that's why I know. When actually it's just nothing. I just don't want to do it.
Buruh, nelayan dan juga petani, because we are Malaysian. It's embedded in us to be like sopan santun and stuff.
It's like, I'm not Malaysian.
And
I think
saying
Asian.
no is the impolite thing. Like, imagine like
saying no for no reason is a weird thing here.
Yeah, there must be a reason.
It's like, yeah, why? It's like,
you know,
I just don't want to do it.
That should be your reason. Like, I don't want to do it. So that is a solid fucking reason if you.
Yeah, but people usually will take that as like, this guy's a fucker.
Especially, you know, when lepaan, when you go lepaan, and then it's like, aku malas turun lepak, and then your friend like, besok kelas, besok kerja.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that, you know. It's like, mampu lah, aku tak nak lepak, babi.
Yeah.
Just one up them, people. It's not hard. Same excuse. Say no, but one up.
Like, I want you guys and all my friends to know, if I say like, hey guys, come over this weekend, and y'all don't want to just because y'all don't want to, just say like, no lah, machi, next week, or whatever the fuck it is. Don't have to be like, my cat is sick or something like that.
My favorite alasan, I always bagi Kavi if I damn lazy. Malas ah.
Yeah, I mean, Miro will tell me, Miro will literally text me and be like, bro, aku malas ah. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool.
It's okay. Relax, dude. Man, people used to fuck. I don't know why people are so think of what people think of them.
It's an Asian thing, bro.
I think it's a universal human thing, Donny. Being
Like,
perceived as a Nian is a what do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for? Contributing member of society.
Society.
You see, because when you say like no, aku malas, you're not a contributing member of society.
Yeah, like how can you be like being lazy is like the worst thing in the world or some shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Why
fam,
is
it's
being
raining.
lazy a bad thing?
It's raining. I'm lazy today, bro. Like that's all. Like,
I'm gonna
and
change
also,
like korang punya perception when it comes to like lazy. Okay, you go first, Kavi, then I'll change.
no. Also, like especially I think Sashi can relate. Indian people also. Indian people have this like super ingrained in them. What people
Need
people
to
gonna think?
satisfy
What people gonna think?
what people think.
Hassan Minhaj has this comedy special, and it's like centered on that. He says it in Hindi, lah, so I can't repeat it. But he says that's what his parents will always say to him: is what people gonna think. Or you want to do this? What people gonna think? And it's like I grew up with that. I grew up with the hey, people gonna say this lah. Hey, people gonna say that lah. Hey, my parents telling me this. You know what I mean? When I wanted to get a nose ring, my dad, God bless him, he's 70 years old, so it's fine for him to say this. He said, people gonna think you're trans. He didn't use the word trans. I don't want to use the word he used. But people gonna think like, what, are you a girl or what? Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, I'm not though. And like, you know that, I know that, all my friends know that. I just want to get a nose ring just because I think it was cool. It's like 3-4 years ago. La. I was like, and they were like, no. People are gonna say a lot of things. I grew up in this culture of that. My parents would buy cars. In the Indian community is that what does your house look like? What car are you driving? What job you do? What your kids, how they doing in school? How are they doing in life? And all this kind of shit. Like, I hear my mom sometimes talk to her friends and like flex about me when it's not really even true. Like, I've heard my mom say my 2-3 years ago when I wasn't really doing that well. My mom will be like, "Yeah, my son is in Cal. He's doing really, really well." I'm like, "No, I'm not." Like, the fuck you talking about? I'm broke. Like,
Dude, Kavi, I think you have to understand from your mom punya point of view. What's her standard of doing well? Maybe her standard of doing well is you get enough food, you're still alive. Maybe that's well to her.
no. Her
Lower
standard is
your standard and then everything else is magnificent. Though. Serious.
no. I know my mom very well, and her standard is not that. It's she's pretending that I'm rich. You know what I mean? It's the reason why this gold necklace that I have and the ring that I have is my mom. Like, it was like I had like gold from when I was a baby. I don't know. I think Sashi, so you should probably have this as well. Indian people usually, when you're a baby, you get gold. And then when I started working, my mom was like, "You're working now. You need to wear gold so like you can go and exchange gold." What? Exchange my baby gold and got me this shit just so I look like, oh, this guy is
well.
oh yeah, you're doing well.
in
Just
life.
because you have, but I didn't buy this shit. Like, you
This
know
guy
what I mean?
legitness.
Oh, he got a gold chain, he got a gold ring. It must mean he's doing well. No, I wasn't at the time, especially I wasn't. But I had this shit on me, and it felt weird to me also. I was like, I'm like struggling to pay at that time. Like, I was like, I'm struggling to pay bills. I'm like, all this shit,
No.
but I have like gold chain on me. Like,
Machi,
it's so weird.
you're not feeling weird. The word you're looking for is pressured.
Yeah,
You are pressured to a point where like, fuck, my mom is thinking this, but I'm at this, so now I have to work myself off to that this. And that's what happened to you when you were there. You were like kau like orang gila, you know. I saw that phase of you when you were like kerja. You was like, work, just find better job.
yeah,
I saw that, and it's like it's pressure, but it's okay.
yeah. I
Say
actually.
she wanna say whatever she say.
I feel like I'm having a therapy session today. I talked about my uncle fight and all this.
It's okay. I'm your therapist today. I'm your therapist.
Nah, yeah, no, definitely. Like, it's the pressure of macam your parents did everything already. Once you're done with uni, it's up to you already now. You know what I mean? They did everything already. They did everything right. Now my parents did everything right. They raised me. I went to the best schools, primary, secondary, and then they paid for me to go to uni. I got a degree, and then after that, it's like up to you, and you should be doing well, right? You have a degree. You went to study here. You know, you're in KL, you're working in KL. I'm from JB. So when you in JB, you're working in KL, it's like somebody from, I don't know, Philadelphia saying, "Oh, my son works in New York." Like, you know, it's that kind of thing. Oh yeah, my son is in KL. So like everybody's like, wow, in JB, it's like, wow, your son is in KL. Wow. Like it's a thing, you know what I mean? So it's a
Yeah.
pressure when I would go back and I would like have family friends or whoever come over and they would ask me shit at the time and I would be like, yeah, uncle, I'm okay lah, okay lah, you know, trying to be like, okay, like, you know,
Managing
that's
expectations.
yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm not gonna tell them that I'm broke, but I'm gonna just dance around it and just pretend like, yeah, I'm okay,
okay lah, do well.
okay lah, uncle, busy lah, uncle, you know, work, you know.
Oh, busy lah tu babi.
Busy lah.
Every fucking time, busy lah, kerja lah, busy lah.
Busy lah, uncle, every day, you know, okay, you know. And then
What
they say
if
to you, young time, you have to work lah.
I don't get it. Like macam, okay, that's why for me, when it comes to like the decision of you becoming a parent, is when your decision of having a kid is because you kind of expect your kid to turn into something that, like, you know, match your criteria with whatever the fuck you're giving in. But it, for me, that's a very cruel thing
wrong,
to do for a child. It's very wrong. Like, if I have my own child, I just want that motherfucker to, look, I give you all shit, now it's your turn, so do whatever the fuck you want to do. Don't even care about me. Like, it's time, it's you know. You don't have to care about me. Like, I don't want you to repay me a person. That's how I see it. But macam other parents, when they see you master university, they expect you like, oh man, they're gonna like after this they're gonna need to take care of me and blah 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 blah. But
That
the first decision of having a kid is not like, I don't have, like, the kids don't have no say, you know. Like suddenly they were born and then like, yeah, I expect you to do this.
yeah, no, it's
How's it fair?
it's also this, I think, this feeling of like ownership. I
Just
don't think
because-
you own your kids. Yeah,
Just
okay,
bec-
you.
yeah,
I
you
know,
made
I know,
them
like,
basically.
I know I came out of you, but like, don't own. I'm not like a thing that you can just use to like, okay, you go do this now. You go do this now, and then you know what I mean? Like, I was born and okay, now I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Thank you for bringing me here.
that's the goal though, if you ask me. And then just pray that you raise a child as good enough
Yeah,
to
so that-
actually repay without you asking. Faham tak?
yeah,
For
I
me,
mean,
that's like the most genuine. Kalau if you were hoping and susah, man.
no, for it, like my parents never once asked for 1 cent or so.
Same,
Right?
same.
Never. But they from young, I kind of knew the value of like, okay, when I just wanted to do it. When I was since young, I was like, oh, one day I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna like, you know, give my parents money and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, whatever the fuck they want. It just was in me. They never I give my parents money every other month or whatever the fuck it is, and my dad still until today will be like, why so much? Or like, why you okay or not? You sure you can give like this much or whatever? They're like that. So that's good lah. But I think my parents, their form of repayment is not money, it's success. It's like they want my brother and myself to be like super successful. They don't want any of the money. They just
Money, ya tu.
no, they don't want it for themselves. They just want to be
Yeah.
able to tell people that like, yeah, my son is this, or my whatever. You know, that's why they get super happy when I come out in a newspaper or whatever the fuck it is, right? Like on radio or whatever. They can tell people, hey, look, my son is this. I think they have that a lot. And I think again now going back to what people think, thing is very deeply ingrained in them. Like they care a lot. And I guess it
Faham,
gets passed
faham,
down. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, like macam you see that thing is like a problem, man. Like you said, it's passed down. So by right, you know that thing should end with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can. So okay lah, at least you see that. Like there's a lot of people out there who does not see that. Like whatever the fuck that their parents say and their parents like teach them, they always think it's like, yeah, that's what my parents did. It's correct.
Yeah.
Your mom, your dad could be wrong, bro.
Oh, that's very important. Your parents
mom and
are
your dad,
definitely wrong.
They're
They're
not
wrong
perfect,
about a lot of
dude.
shit.
Yeah, just because
are
they are your
wrong.
parent doesn't mean like whatever the fuck they say is correct.
I
That's a
You
real
guys know-
estate effort today.
you guys know I'm super close to my dad, but when I went back, I argued with my dad a couple of times still.
Haros.
Like,
Haros.
I mean, I love him. He's a smart guy. He's actually my dad's like a really smart guy, but sometimes he says some dumb shit, and I'm like, no, you can't say that. Like, you gotta understand, dude. Like your parents
Are humans.
your parents also did not go through like they went through a lot, but they did not go through everything. So when they have an opinion on something that they didn't really go through, obviously it's most probably gonna be wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Even with like advice they give, if like my parents didn't go to university, and it's like technically you can't give me any advice about university because you've never been in this situation. You know what I mean? You can say lah, okay, study hard, get this, get that. You can say that. That's your parents. That's what you say. Right?
General tips.
That's what you say. But you cannot. That's not. You don't know what I'm going through. Right? Like, you're gonna be wrong about this. You know, like this. Yeah, that's very important. Your parents will be wrong for sure. They'll be right with a lot of things also, but
I think that's a upbringing thing where when macam parents, they know they make a mistake, instead of like saying sorry or whatever, okay, I made a mistake, they be like defensive.
Yeah, or they just say, come, I cook for you your favorite.
They're very passive aggressive.
I'm like, that's like, this is the sorry ma. Okay, fine.
I was like, bro, just say sorry, dude. It's fucking easy. It's like, I need to teach myself to say sorry to people because my mom and my dad, that's not the I'm sorry type of person.
Right.
They're not gonna talk to you for a couple of days, and then suddenly it's like, Tron makan. That kind of.
I bought this for you. You know what I mean?
And
okay.
I was like, I grew up in this like macam condition, and I see that's a problem. And instead of like following what the fuck they're doing, I change that.
Yeah.
Like you say lah, there are certain things that you are better than your parents. Doesn't mean
look, I was just thinking about this today, and I was actually like thinking like, because I've always wanted to have kids, and I was thinking about it today. I was like, why did I always want to have kids? And then I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I think it's because number one, I want to like have someone that I can teach the stuff that I've learned. I can teach you some stuff, but also at the same time, I was thinking, this motherfucker probably gonna teach me a lot more than I teach him. I'm gonna teach this motherfucker how to walk, how to eat, how to talk, how to be respectful, all this shit, how to get money or whatever the fuck it is. But he's probably gonna learn, because at this point in time, I'm teaching my parents more shit than they're teaching me, right? Whether it's dumb shit like how to use, my dad was asking me how to use the iPad, like whether it's that or like life shit or whatever, where we were having a conversation about work and all that. I'm going to learn from you. You're younger than me. You know more. You will know more stuff than me that I would have never known. You know what I mean? Like, your parents, you have to also understand, like, they stopped learning about life at a certain point, and they kind of got stuck in that. Okay, I'm this way, and then just that's the way it's gonna be. That's the way I'm gonna be, like this forever. You know what I mean? And yeah.
Basically, another way, it's like when you get old enough, you just stop giving a fuck.
You stop giving a fuck, and you're like, I'm just this way, and it's like whatever, and it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fucking fine. It's just like, as kids, we should be able to be like, no, that was.
Back to what I was saying about being malas is actually a good thing.
Okay.
So let's take for instance, the invention of vacuum cleaner.
Oh, I see where you. Okay.
You see what I mean? You see my thought process here?
I mean, people say that all the time, right?
Like, we have a broom, perfectly like capable of doing what it was created to do. But lazy motherfuckers will be super fucking lazy to use that, and they're gonna be like, okay, how can I make this thing less effort to be used?
People say that all the time.
Vacuum, automatic.
People say like the smartest people are like the laziest people.
The laziest people are the smartest people. But the problem with lazy people is when they have the idea, they do not follow through. As a lazy person, I understand.
what happened last week? I was supposed to send a voice message. Sashi was like, none of us did that shit. There was no
I was
episode
like,
last week.
I was waiting. Mana budak-budak ni? And then I was like, it's okay lah. Dia orang
I-
tengah ni.
I actually fucking recorded it.
Then
I don't know why. I think I was like, okay, I'll send Amiro later or something like that. I have
if Sashi sent it, I would have been like, oh shit, I gotta do this. But I kept
I fucking recorded. I was in my friend's place. I was like, okay, I already record this already. I'll send him later.
and he didn't send it.
Yeah, I have it, bro.
In my mind, it's like macam, okay lah, tak apa. Tengah Deepavali, it's like lah, they forgot. I'm like, okay lah, tak apa lah.
No, because
it's okay.
I was busy. I was like out and
Yeah,
shit.
I don't want to be like, hey, babi mana saya kata tak hantar. I'm not gonna do that.
I kept thinking to myself, okay, I gotta do this. Now I was thinking to myself, okay, I got a bit of time lah. Like if we drop on Friday, I can send on Friday evening. We just record. It's 1 minute. I can edit it. Don't need to edit. Just cut.
No, you just in my mind, and you just pass to me, and I'll do editing. Semua benda. In my mind is like that.
Okay,
So
okay,
I was waiting. So I understand that korang macam tengah go through macam ada perayaan ke apa stuff kan. So in my mind I was like, okay, they're gonna be busy, so I have to cover this. So I was waiting, and then I was like, yes, okay lah. They forgot. They lepak.
And then on
okay lah.
Saturday morning, I was like, oh shit, I forgot it. I was like, whatever lah. Just skip
whatever.
this week.
Whatever, it's okay. Shout out to Bervin also. He just replied on my Insta story.
Oh, okay.
He said, I post a picture and I said podcast night, and then he said Bojo. Sorry, Bervin.
We should get him out.
Yeah, we have. I actually thought of getting you in the knee soon.
For
sure. Okay, get back to the Malas thing.
Okay.
And then I remembered a story by, if I'm not mistaken, it was Bill Gates quote.
Right.
So there was he told a story of how a lazy guy make money through lawn mowing, but without breaking a sweat.
Okay.
You know what he did? He literally just measured the let's say taman, and he find the middle point of the taman, and he stick besi into the ground. And what he did was he just tied a tali from the besi to the lawnmower, the automatic lawnmower, and just let that motherfucker pusing. As it goes, it's gonna like go inside, and then to a point where he just cabut besi and then just finish it up. That's a lazy people punya ingenuity.
Facts. I mean,
you know the Force from Star Wars, who made the Force, the first one, is a lazy motherfucker.
Lazy motherfucker. Like, I don't want to pick shit up, dude.
I don't want to pick shit up, dude. It's like, boom. That's a lazy motherfucker shit. Harry Potter, for instance, the first person who created magic was a lazy bitch. He was like,
Merlin.
Okay, how do I open this? How do I lock the? I forgot to turn off the light, lah, sial.
Yeah.
From afar, bro. Bang.
Yeah. Even if you think about like smartphones is like a lazy invention,
dude.
Because it's like, okay, here's everything. You got a camera, you got a phone, you got a social media.
Too,
you got all
too
this
lazy
shit
to
in
bring
one.
all land.
Yeah, you got you can work on this phone, you can do whatever the fuck you want on this one thing. It's enough. And motherfuckers still tried to do it, to make a watch and like make, you know what I mean? Like,
So I think at this point of age, we should stop calling it lazy. Being lazy, yes, we can call it, but I think we should rebrand.
no, but there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Some people are genuinely like, you're like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, can you please, like, what are you doing with your life, dude? Like, you know what I mean?
Tak nak buat apa. Hey, it could be depression. You don't know, huh?
Some people don't have anything and they're just lazy. That is a fact. And no, but you still get work done.
These
You know
people
what I mean?
memang they don't find way. They like mooch off other people. That's a different lazy. That's pundai.
I'm also lazy.
It's toxic.
I'm also lazy. Like the way I work, right? At work, right? It's like I get shit done super fast, and everybody's like, Kavi is always super fast. It's because I'm lazy and I want to have free time. That's the only reason.
Same.
That's
Sorry, boss.
faham, bro.
I just
Faham,
like
bro.
I wake up. I'm like, okay, I got these 3 things to do. I'm gonna get it done by 12. And then from
like,
12
after that,
to 3,
chill.
I'm chilling. I'm watching a movie, and then some shit will come, and I'm like,
Kavi,
okay.
you gotta cut this shit out, though, because if this go through, they're gonna know our strategy,
Oh no, my company is cool.
and then they're gonna like, hey, you finished it, right? Nah, another one.
No, because I mean we are quite segregated and we have like delegated work, so it's like there's other writers now. So
Oh,
Sometimes
dah tak
I
ada.
sometimes wake up early and get the job done before my boss like uh
us,
no before he assigns to me because I can check what
you
work is
know, you
coming in.
already know.
So I just quickly finish by
Ni
like
mesti
by,
Trello
by
ni.
10 I'm yeah by 8:30 I start the work, then like 10 I'm done, and then 10:30 the job comes in. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. But
Pura-pura busy. Pura-pura busy.
Okay,
Fantastic.
I sometimes I
yeah,
do that, but I don't say I'm done.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
say
gonna pura-pura busy though.
So what I do is, you said I wake up 8 o'clock, I do the job until 10 o'clock, and then 10:30 the job comes in. I'm like, okay, boss, I'll get it done, but it's
yeah,
done already.
yeah, and then I assign them back like super late in the day because yeah.
Nah, I was
I'll do
busy.
this thing, you know. I'll be like,
Really-
wait, yang tadi yang kau bagi aku kan, should I send it to this person? Or so just acak-acak checking or something. But I already finished like lama already.
I hope no one listens to this.
It's
I
it's
so
not a bad thing. Like they gave us
no,
a job,
I mean
we finished
the
it.
work.
Okay,
Yeah,
right?
the work still got done at the end of the day. You think that you gave it to me at 10:30 and you say it's due at 12. I just did it before that, and I didn't tell you it's due at 12, so I'm gonna send you at 12 lah. Like whether it's done or not. Like,
Also, if you want us to pick up like more work, pay us more, bro.
facts, big facts,
Pay us more,
big
dude.
facts. I I I feel like the amount of work that we do, and at my place, I think that I'm okay, but I think the art side, the people who, the designers and stuff, they do so much work, bro, and I'm like, yo, this is like, to be honest, y'all should be getting paid like 8,000, 9,000 ringgit for the amount of work y'all are doing.
Agree.
Betul.
Weekends, malam, like I'm just a writer. I write the shit. They gotta go do the shit, and then 9 times out of 10, if there's any revisions or anything feedback from client, it's always art stuff. You have
Yeah.
to change, and it's not just like if it's a copy, if it's a writing, if it's a line they want to change. For me, it's just 2 seconds. I just type, and it's done. You gotta open fucking Photoshop. You gotta maybe even After Effects or whatever the fuck it is, change the animation, do this, do that. It takes a lot of time. And I'm like, yo, y'all, even the most junior of you should be paid minimum 5,000 like for the amount of work y'all do. Like it's crazy, but
I don't know why designers like graphic designer person they are paid like quite low.
fucking low, bro. Honestly,
Like I think
Like,
for them, basic bodoh pun should start like 2 plus 2 9 to 8 and above. Like 2
3
8 lah paling bodoh.
three minimum lah.
Depends lah. Kalau if you new, you still got learning curve or semua. You don't. I don't
Three
think
minimum lah.
3 minimum tinggi though for them.
Nah, 3. I feel like if you have a degree, 3 is minimum for any job.
Okay. Okay. For
Yeah.
degree then I agree.
For any job, if you have a degree, 3
Sebab
is
diorang
fine.
punya kerja is very tedious though.
Fucking tedious.
And when they come for changes, right, it's like, okay, you change this, change that, as if like you tekan enter.
You
the
just
changes are done.
yeah,
Yo, I literally need to change stuff. Like I literally need to like keyframe, change keyframe,
correct.
like, get into the animation.
And then if I change this part, then maybe the front also I have to fix because now I changed this and I have to do that. Like it's a
Yeah.
whole thing. For me, it's just, oh, I don't like this line. Can you change something else? Nah. I'll just type and then that's it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even. I don't even have to use my laptop sometimes.
Especially, I have a friend who, he's like the only 3D guy in the office. Fuck, man, his workload is crazy.
We have
3D
a
punya, 3D
Dude,
punya
3D
animation.
motherfuckers punya. You see how they tekan keyboard pun, you know they're stressed as fuck. Like,
no. We have
It's work.
we also only have one guy who can like properly animate and do 3D stuff. And nowadays, like any social post, you gotta have some sort of animation, some
movement
sort of
3D,
that shit.
yeah.
This motherfucker is constantly working, bro. Like every other message is to him in the group, in the work group. You know, it's like, hey, yo, we need to do this. Hey, it's for Tiger. Hey, it's for this. Hey, it's for that. Like, I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like, yeah. Hey, I mean, I just saw this image just now. Out of the top 6 tallest buildings in the world, Malaysia has 3 of them.
No, but the one MDB punya building, I forgot the name.
One is
tower.
the new one they built, the biggest tower.
The
Then
penis
the One World Tower,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think it's a KL Tower, I think. There's 3. And then the caption for it was, bagus lah Malaysia ada 3 dalam list ni. Tapi gaji minimum 1,200 je. Yeah, I mean, like, our minimum wage is 1,002 and we have 3 of the tallest buildings in the world. Come on, dude. Like, what kind of bullshit is this, dude?
Interesting.
Like, how would they like think and like 1.2k is enough for basic mini?
No one can die lah.
Like, what the fuck is
1.2
our
KL can die lah. Serious.
pejabat buruh, right? They call it. Who's
Yeah.
supposed to handle this thing, and fuck y'all doing, bro?
Human. I forgot the name lah, but the Indian player Saravanan lah, MIC player was the.
Fuck you doing?
He's the one who.
Saravanan?
He's the one who said something about you all should just be happy for getting paid or something, and he has one of the highest salaries.
Saravanan gets to go. He got to go if you say that.
Six figure.
He
100,
got
100 plus
to
K.
go.
100 plus K a month is insane.
This these fuckers are so fucking detached, you know. You saw what Anwar Musa tweeted about the 5G thing?
No.
Yeah, I saw.
What did he say?
Bro,
I love this guy. I love this guy. Fucking hilarious, bro.
He's testing out 5G.
Okay.
Fucking oldies lah, I suppose.
Okay. And
Hilarious.
the
I don't know what's
resolution of
hilarious.
the video that he was testing is at 1080p, bro.
He was like,
And then he was
oh,
talking
what did he
about
say?
he was like, oh, we can watch 1080p smoothly now. Welcome to 5G. Malaysia,
got
are
it.
you ready? Without, aduh,
It's flipped. I can't read it.
inverted, bro. It's inverted.
Oh.
It's flipped. I
It's
can't read
inverted.
it.
Why is it not inverted on me? It said speed test result for 5G 1000 Mbps. Imagine watching YouTube 1080p smoothly. This is our new future. Are you ready for 5G? And I was like,
Imagine watching
"Bapak
YouTube
kau,
channel.
babi dekat Kelantan air pun tak bersih lagi." And then this guy was like, 1080p YouTube.
I saw a comment like, bro, we've been streaming 4K in 4G, bro.
Yeah, what the
what
fuck,
the
dude?
Now,
fuck, bro? My hotspot can stream 4K, bro. Like, it'll be fine. Like,
My
and then one
God.
also commented like, hey, rumah aku H plus pun tak ada.
Wait,
That's fucked up, man.
my house, I live in like in the middle of town. Tak ada line, babi.
Yeah lah, look at my place here lah. I know line, I only can WhatsApp call you guys. I mean
My
like,
God.
same. My
bro.
house in JB is the same. My house in JB is so you cannot do
I'm
normal
at
calls.
home. I'm at home. I gotta turn on airplane mode though. But there's no point. There's no fucking
no.
point.
No, when I call my parents from here, I always WhatsApp call them because I know if I normal call them, they won't get the call. There's no line.
Kotek
What are you talking about? Like,
Kotek lebih.
it's crazy.
Magic
No, because-
watching 1080p, aduh.
That
Sebab ni,
some more. It's like fam. Like,
PRU dah dekat tu. Biasa lah, biasa.
yeah, it's coming.
PRU dah dekat, biasa.
Y'all,
Because my sister works for the project on like implementing 5G kat Malaysia.
Oh yeah, you told us that.
So memang dia cakap this thing it's like made so macam just for PRU. Sesempat PRU. I mean even she didn't say that pun it's so fucking obvious.
Fuck them lah. I'm tired, bro. You saw the Velfire thing,
Yeah,
Berapa 5 juta dia spend?
yeah.
They changed all the cars to Velfire, and they said, "Oh, we are actually saving money." You know how much they're saving
How much?
per month? RM2.80. That's how much they're saving a month.
Bro, roti yang besar jumbo pun dah tak dapat doh RM2.80. You got the roti kecil je
You
now.
are telling me you went from a shitty car to a better car, and your
And you saved
justification is
RM2.
because it's cheaper. It's RM2.80. Like, what the fuck?
Hey.
Like,
And
Wait lah, government car before this was what? Perdana, right?
just use the car lah, cibai.
Hey, good.
Piranha
No.
is great. I love the Piranha.
No,
Yeah,
also
man, it's like the Honda punya body, and that car.
yeah, Honda Accord.
No, even the
What's that called
original
again?
Piranha also was
Fire.
like a premium car. It was a premium. Yeah.
These guys like never had like bad cars. What?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Fuck
what's
these
the
guys.
point? You go to your work, right? Literally just you and your driver in front. You can naik motor, man. Beli motor
certainly
je
not
dorang ni.
Velfire lah. Certainly no need for Velfire lah.
Definitely no need for Velfire tu memang untuk diorang je diorang pakai. je tu.
Okay though, serious.
It's look, I get it. Okay, you minister, you have to ride in style or whatever the fuck it is. Fine. You want to ride in style, you get paid how much a month?
Why
Get
Menteri got to ride in style, bro? They are Menteri.
I don't
man.
know. These fucking idiots, that's how they feel lah.
Like, bro, y'all Menteri, bro. Y'all shouldn't be driving in style.
You are literally just a you know how people say like
Public
service job.
servant. Ah.
Yeah, public servant. No?
I will tell I will say this. You are the same as a waiter.
Yeah,
To
I
me.
mean like the same school at least.
Same. You do a service job. Your job is to serve people. It's not to be like I got the better car. I gotta be dressed better than everybody. My house gotta be bigger than everybody. My car gotta be bigger than everybody. For what? Like, fucking do the job. Like,
Kerja pun tak buat, babi.
it's so. I don't know where it started. Where it's like politicians are like revered and like, you know, we look up to people look up to politicians and shit like that. We have to respect. And why should we respect politicians? What, like, where does that come from? Like, why should I respect my guy who was at the Adon here? I mean, okay, I respect him maybe because he's older than me, fine. But what, like, what? You're just a person who's supposed to carry out whatever we need, and we pay your salary.
And tak lepas lah.
And I feel the same way about cops. We pay yours. I pay. Sometimes when I stop my cars, I want to tell the fucker, I pay your salary. You know what I mean? You technically you work for me.
You were supposed to make me feel safe, but right now I'm scared of you. What the fuck is going on, Farmer?
Yeah, you work for all these politicians, even our PM included. You work for us. We pay your salary. You know what I mean? But fuck lah, bro. Like,
Tak boleh tu. Teruk sangat lah. Sembang pasal Malaysia politik sampai besok pagi, babi.
okay. I think we've been going on for some time, but I do just want to address the elephant in the room. I know Sashi doesn't want to fucking talk about this,
Why you sound like robot?
but we need to talk about menu. Just a little bit lah. Just a little bit lah. Okay.
I'm a bite out. I'm a bite out. I'm a bite out.
The Liverpool match. Sashi wasn't here last week. Middle, did we talk about it? We didn't talk about it. Was, I think, the worst moment I've had as a United fan. I don't think it's ever been worse than that.
It's one of mine lah, definitely. Yeah.
What other situation? What other time was worse?
6-1 Man City.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's like
6-1.
all these games where we got like kena teruk is we got dominated lah. Even the City game also, I feel like probably worse than Liverpool because of how the class of the team exposed.
Yeah.
How
I'm getting a call. You continue.
Okay, so how United can't cope, can't do it with this bigger, betterly managed team. And it's like I desperately want Ole to succeed, but
Are you an Ole in person or Ole out?
I became Ole out the moment I see he adamant to switch it up. It's like you find a technique, you find a tactic to work on with Spurs. It worked, cool.
And then why did he change it?
It's not that. It's like you can't use that again and again and again.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
The next coach is gonna be like, and you're being predictable. You're being like, yeah, I find this thing working. I'm gonna use this. Yeah, but
you watch the tape really.
Not every team is gonna fall for this. Not everything is gonna fall for this. And if you Liverpool punya game is like fucking mostly the manager not being able to read the game.
Did you see Ronaldo?
Ronaldo was pissed.
Yeah.
He did that shit.
It was like tectonic. Let's go.
And then the second part is how the defense, right, is so scared to play.
If you say Maguire's name, bro, I will fucking
I'm like desperate to see y'all drop Maguire because why not?
drop him.
You're not he's not performing well.
He's not performing. He's not a leader.
So if a player is not performing well, drop lah.
I don't care if he's the captain. Drop him. Captain somebody else.
Yeah, if that's the thing, if like if the player is not playing well, you're like you have to sit out because there's a better player who can play.
I feel like why not try Varane with Bailly?
Varane fucking crazy. He got injured after the Atalanta game,
Yeah.
and then long-term injury. Okay, Bailly has been better than all our
He's
defenders.
got that one own goal, but that was whatever.
Yeah, but it can happen to anybody.
Better.
He's a way better defender.
So
but
much better.
Lindelof is fucking softy.
Soft.
Maguire is just slow.
Bro, when I was watching that Liverpool match, I was thinking to myself, what the fuck? Even I can see the goal coming. The moment y'all make a couple passes, I'm like, goal. Sure, goal already. I know already.
It's like fucking crazy, you know. Like, okay, you have Mohamed Salah on that side. You know he's the most dangerous player. Why aren't we man marking him?
Two people. It should be two people.
Like, can we like have someone who's constantly marking him?
And then also another thing is,
At least, like at the least, you can keep him busy.
I feel our midfield also lah. Fred, not strong enough, bro.
The fact is, yeah, Fred is not strong.
Not strong enough.
You can play him, but not on all games. That's the thing I'm saying. All these players, they are able to play, but you should be able to like macam, hey,
Use them at the right time.
you're not fit for this game. Maybe we can play with somebody else. That's
Correct.
not the case with Ole. Ole is, if it works, it's
Same
he'll
team,
fight the
same
team
money
again
always.
and again. But
It doesn't work that way,
it doesn't
bro.
work that way though. You're being so predictable.
And what
Every coach knows you're gonna start McFred.
what really bothered me watching the City match was, and I don't know if they're doing this because they're not happy with the manager or what the situation is. We were not fighting, you know.
Yeah lah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
it-
they fucking give up already.
We are 2-0 down,
And the
and
second goal fucked out. Yeah, look
second goal was fucked up.
It's so good lah. It's so clear to me. It's like, okay, the ball is coming to your side. There
Just
could be
clear.
a rush behind
Whether
you.
you know it's going out or not, just clear.
Take it to a corner lah. Like,
And but
basically,
after that, we did not have any initiative in the attack. We did not have any closing down in the defense. Nothing was happening. I was so mad, bro. Like, why y'all not moving? It's the 82nd minute. You're 2-0 down, and Pep is on the line yelling at his players.
yeah.
And Ole is sitting down there
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro.
like this, and we're not attacking, we're not trying, we're not doing anything. I get it. Okay, cool. Different managers have different style. Fine, I understand that. But show some fucking, like, you care lah. Like, I feel like he doesn't care, you know. Like, every time I see when we're losing Leicester match, do you remember at the end when he was laughing with the Leicester player?
Yeah.
He threw the ball to the Leicester player, he started laughing, and I was like, we are about to lose 4-2 to Leicester. Like, what are you laughing about, bro? Like, I'm same as you, Sashi. I was always like, no, give Ole time. But at this point, I'm just like, I don't know if you really care. I don't know if you're just doing this job just to be, oh, I'm Ole and I used to play for the team and now I'm the manager and this is the thing. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like that. And I feel like Ronaldo is frustrated. I feel like all
Yeah.
the players are frustrated. It's not a good situation, bro.
Ronaldo did mention that it's gonna be like his last season, what? In the end.
No, lah.
I didn't see that.
I
But
wouldn't trust all the tabloids punya news but
yeah.
the thing is, I'm very sure this is Ole's last season lah. If at all he doesn't get sacked immediately, this will be his last season. If
yesterday-
we ever give
yesterday-
him the like.
yesterday I just read a post from MU's page where they said like we back our manager fully and all that stuff. I understand that you need to build. Look, with Klopp, right? Klopp built a team. You know, he didn't have anybody. He built a team. He slowly he did it. Our team is
No, the thing is, whatever Ole done for the last 2 seasons, right? I think good. I think
Okay,
it's third.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the expectation was to keep top four, not to win the league, but keep top four, and he could do it. Now,
Yeah.
he gets in Sancho, the player we've been searching for 2 years. We get Varane, we get Ronaldo. Now the expectation is to win the league.
Yeah.
And the season, he fucking crumbles. So
What's with
whatever
Sancho?
Sancho needs, he needs to need more game time, lah, basically.
He's not
He will come good, lah, but just that
like
needs
he
more
doesn't
game.
seem comfortable though.
Yeah, the thing is, he's been playing on the left. He is not the left.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
to play right. But right, who plays? Rashford plays.
No, Greenwood
Our
for now.
Greenwood
Yeah.
plays. So he doesn't play. For some reason, Ole wants to play Greenwood. The thing is, Greenwood would not pass because he's a striker.
Yeah.
He gets it
And I
that
mean,
side,
sometimes he gets it right. So
sometimes gets it right, lah. So that's the thing with Ole. They tak rotate now. They
it's like
rotate for last 10 minutes.
correct. And
And it's
you
fucking baffling for me. The subs, like, can you like put it earlier, maybe?
yeah, why
You,
you bringing Van der Beek in Van
you
der
can't
Beek
give
in
Van de Beek like last 5 minutes, like
last
expect him to
two
like
fuck up, not 5 minutes, bro. It's last 2 minutes he'll bring him on. I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like
what is he gonna do though?
it's insane. It's insane. I
Yeah,
don't understand it. Defense wise, is nonsense, bro. There's no
yeah. Defense is
Maguire.
the worst, lah. Defense is the
Maguire,
worst.
Maguire, like I've not liked him, then I've liked him, and I've not liked him and all that. But I'm convinced this guy is like the biggest finesser in history. 80 million, bro. Hey, was it 80 million? 80 million,
No,
right?
not him. Leicester.
Oh yeah, correct. Leicester,
Leicester
the
fucking
team. Yeah,
finished
yeah,
80 million.
correct. They finished the 80 million for him. If you tell me that Maguire is worth 80 million, Van Dijk is worth 1 billion, lah. Then. Like, come on, bro.
No, lah. For me, it's like be brave to rotate, be brave to drop a player if they tak meet standard. So you can't just macam let them play through the form. Though you can do that, but when it's not working, right?
And
Most of the loss I feel is because of the defense. I'm sure.
and it's not like we don't have the players. We have the players. You can rotate. We have depth. You can rotate. You
No,
know what I
lah.
mean?
You look at the Leicester punya game. Maguire caused like 3 fucking goals.
3 of it was actually no, all of it was him.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Even the Liverpool game also fucking hancur the defense.
Half of it was defense.
It's like for some reason he's macam scared to play.
Yeah.
You can know macam he doesn't want the ball.
Yeah.
Yes, you're scared of like
I don't want to
strikers
hold the ball. I don't want to
coming
pass.
to you and you're being so indecisive. Then tell the boss lah, boss, I don't feel good. I want to sit up. I want
Yeah.
to focus on like
Building
getting back,
confidence or
building
whatever.
confidence or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, you think about like Vidic and like those defenders that we had. Like, come on, dude. Like,
Yeah, and also strip the captaincy lah.
shit,
Dude.
please.
Dude.
I feel okay. My favorite United player is now lah is Rashford. I think Rashford comes, he does his job. He has that. I mean, he's a Manchester boy. He has that spirit. He has all that shit. Like, I feel like Captain Rashford. Not even Bruno. I feel Captain Rashford. I know he's young and whatever the fuck, but he has that shit in him that I think will help the team lah. This person is not a leader, bro. Like, okay, cool. I just because I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody
Talk
about
to
this. Like,
Sashi about MU.
No, I'm actually very like chill right now because I know Ole is not gonna stay, and what I'm pissed off is like macam how some fans can be like, oh, okay, Ole out, we want Conte in. All right, cool. Now Conte is in Spurs. Oh,
Spurs, yeah.
Ole out, I want Zidane in. Oh, okay, cool. Now Ole out, I want Eric Ten Hag in. Okay. So even they are not clear. And also, why Zidane though?
Not Zidane.
Zidane inherited like a super powerful Real Madrid team and just guided
yeah.
them. But the thing is, a lot of Instagram page is run by like 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds, and they don't know who who Ole is. Okay, I know you want Ole out, but I get it. I want Ole out too, but I'm not gonna like be like ambushing him every fucking time.
Did you see that he was doing he was
interview-
talking after the match and people were like yelling at him. People were like yelling at him and he was like, "Wait, let me do the interview. You can abuse me after." He literally said that. Like,
I want Ole out too because I think like he has reached his ceiling.
yeah, but
Yeah,
I do think, like you said, the last 2 years he did a good job.
yeah, it's just that when the expectation grow bigger, right?
Outgrow lah. You
Yeah, now the expectation is not top four. The expectation is Premier League, and you have bigger players.
challenge lah. At least
Yeah,
challenge for the
it's
title.
the
You know.
same thing I felt when for Lampard also. When Lampard didn't do any transfer, he played really well as a coach.
Yeah.
And then the moment the transfer window opened for him, he bought bigger players. He couldn't do it, and they sacked him.
Yeah.
It's the thing lah. Sometimes when the bigger players come in, you don't know how to handle them. You don't know how
Correct.
to rotate. You hancho and being predictable.
Is
Being predictable like Scott.
Premier League you cannot, bro. Premier League you cannot, bro. And I feel like any other league, like I feel like Bayern Munich can just play how Bayern Munich plays and they will win
It's
because
like, yeah. Even like all the teams now in Premier League have money and they're
Correct.
spending and all the teams are basically strong. Look at West Ham, bro. West Ham is doing really well.
I was just gonna say, bro.
West Ham strong, bro. What the fuck? We
fucking
lost.
Moyes fucked up at Man U. I hated him, but
West Ham
look at
beat Liverpool the other day, like random
We
game. Like
lost to West Ham and
No,
they
and
played a
they-
good fucking game.
correct. They
even Crystal
deserved
Palace,
it.
Crystal Palace beat City.
City,
2-0.
yeah, it was a weird weekend. It was a weird weekend.
No, that's my thing lah. Like, why can't we learn from these guys?
Yeah.
Can
Oh, by the way, Aston Villa new manager is Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard.
yeah, still
Yeah.
and he'll be playing against Liverpool, you know.
Yeah.
I think the next match. Yeah,
The next match.
Crazy. Oh,
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Predictable gila.
It's so it's.
Eddie Howe is on Newcastle also. The
Sorry, who?
ex-Bournemouth.
Who?
Eddie Howe, ex-Bournemouth,
Oh.
Newcastle.
It's interesting to me because I feel like when I was younger, my dad would tell me about like watching Kenny Dalglish and then Kenny Dalglish becoming the Liverpool manager and all this kind of stuff. And then now we're seeing all the maybe he had Lampard, now we have Ole, Arteta, like now Gerrard. So like it's kind of nice lah. Like
Yeah, Arsenal's doing good now, man.
Arsenal's doing good.
Dude, they've been like having clean sheets for the last 2-3 game though.
Ramsdale been
Ramsdale fire, man.
crazy.
What happens when like a team like macam dapat confident and
Correct.
they- that's the thing about MU. They don't have confidence. Any team will come into United and be like, yo, we
We
can
can
get
win. We can win.
We can win against these guys.
Any team, you know, like
And Maguire is not the kind of guy who'll be like, fuck no, I'm gonna close the door today. He'll be like looking like fucking like Nabera and he'll be like,
yeah,
I'm scared.
fucking
I'm
look scared the whole time, bro. He's like,
Why are you scared though? The game hasn't even started yet. Chill.
yeah.
Play ball.
My problem with Ole and he sit down though. I don't know why, but for me and
Same.
I want
also-
him to like at the line there and like shout, keep pressure on your players, not
I
just
think
sit down watch.
He's not like a manager for them. He's like a peer.
Correct. I was just gonna
Correct.
say that. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
He's
He's a friend.
a friend for them, you know.
He's
That's
like the
why
parent. He's the parent who's like, I'm not your parent. I'm your friend, kind of guy. And it doesn't work because you're working with big names. You're working with Pogba. You're working with Bruno. You're working with Cristiano. You're working with all these players like
Sell Pogba.
Sal
done
Pogba.
with
I
it.
agree.
I'm done.
We
That
had enough.
fucking-
We had
that
enough
fucking-
time.
Yeah, fucking Atalanta game, he lost me, bro.
Yeah,
I'm done with
We had enough time.
What a shit game he had.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I gave up on him. Bro.
Yeah. No, that's the thing, Mirul. Like, that's really the thing that bothers me the most. When we go 1-0 down, you don't even stand up. You sit. You just
Just
sitting there
chill.
like this. What are you doing? And then you
The
talk
thing
to
is,
Karen.
like,
They will talk loud. They will talk. And
Last season, right, it worked so well for us. It's crazy. I cannot imagine what the fuck happened. Last season, every time you go
think-
1-0 down, we will 100% we win and we had 0 loss away.
I think
We had
also
no
is,
loss away last
no,
season.
I think it's to
Crazy.
do with the fans also.
Can say also lah. Can say also.
Last year,
I-
no
it-
pressure, bro. You
Yeah,
go away. Yeah, it's away.
Yeah.
It's a different stadium, but it's nobody.
Correct.
So you can play. Now you got the home fans yelling at you, and these players look scared, bro. All of them look scared.
They need someone to yell at them like, bro, keep in line, like So and then if
Yeah.
Maguire is not doing the captain job, like keeping the team as one, then as a manager you need to step
Yeah,
in,
God, bro.
cover.
So I want
He,
to say,
Like look at Pep. Look at how Pep was like Marseille and the
yeah,
one game where
we
Mahrez
were,
fuck it up. Bro, he pulled Mahrez to the side. It's like it's straight up like Maki the guy in front, dude.
bro, they were winning. It was like the 80 something minute, bro. They already 2-0 up against us last weekend. And Pep is yelling at the top of his lungs at his players. You know what I mean? I think there was one moment where I think Kyle Walker like let the ball go out, and Pep was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" All this shit, and like meanwhile, Ole is like
Tengok.
talking to Carrick and talking to like, dude, like do something, bro. Like, I honestly feel the issue is spirit. The team doesn't have like a spirit. When I first started supporting United, the team felt like we are Man U, bro.
Like gang members.
We are
all that.
Man U. You can't fuck with us, bro. Like you never. This is Man U. And yeah, they will post lah on IG after they lose the match. I was hurt.
that's why I don't follow any of the players. I don't.
I also don't. I don't follow any of
I
them.
only follow the United page. Yeah.
I follow Ronaldo, but that was from before he joined by Man U. I follow him, but and I saw the Gea tweet. I don't follow the Gea also, but like I saw it. Somebody like retweeted it. He tweeted after the match. I am hurt. That's it. And I was like, yeah, lah, after every match, then Rashford will come and say we will come back stronger and we will do this and do that. Be strong in the game. You know what I mean?
Also, I want to say, like Xavi is not Barcelona punya coach. I hope he fails.
Why?
Why,
Because,
dude?
because you see why, I see the comments, right? Oh, Coman is no more in Barcelona. Xavi is here. Xavi has tactic. Xavi will bring back the Barcelona punya glory days. Cool. I hope he fails. I would love for him to fail.
Why? I mean,
Because it'd be fucking great, bro. To see all these fans to go against him.
It's all the
Yeah.
fans.
just like Ole
It's
out,
fine.
it's like Xavi out, right?
Yeah, I would love for them to turn their backs on him. Fuck yeah, I would love to see that.
I liked him as a player, though.
He's a great player.
Fucking amazing.
And he probably had like a good managerial stint at Dubai.
No, and the way he was as a player, you can tell he has like some sort of like tactical mindset, even when he was playing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if it goes well, then okay, Barcelona will be playing good lah. If
Yeah.
no, it's gonna be funny as fuck. And I'm all for the jokes, man.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to vent a little bit about the United situation because I went home to JB and my father is a Liverpool fan, so he was like, "Hey, what's going on, lah, menu?" I was like, "Y'all for how many years did you went through the same thing? You all shut up."
To rot a little bit.
It's just a cycle. Everybody gotta go through this shit at some point. You know what I mean? Okay, I think we're going on for quite a while. Let's end this shit right here. Gas Station Podcast, episode 41. I'm your host Kayczar. I'm back here with my boys. We got Nobu, aka Amiro, in the building. Supposed to start streaming again this month. He already know already. He didn't know I could ask. Supposed to start streaming again this month. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh no, I set up the camera semua dah.
Okay.
Okay, this
It's
is
okay. You don't have to tell us when, but just you know, if y'all want to watch some old streams of his, you can go check him out on twitch.tv/Nobu. You can check him out over there. Also with us back again is Kafka Purp. You can check him out on Instagram, Kafka_Purp. Deepavali, why no release? I was expecting.
I was supposed to release something on Halloween, tapi I'm still working on it.
Right.
Still editing.
Okay. We look forward to that. My name is Kayczar. You can check me out on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever the fuck you get your music. Gas Station Podcast, episode 41. We sign the fuck out. Peace.